Hey, long time. That last thing I put you onto, that was nothing to do with me, remember? But this is. I've put a lot in, and I've been waiting on some information, but I've got that now. Cost me a small fortune, so let's hope it's legit. I'll come by your apartment to discuss.
Hey, it's finally time for the Pacific Standard Breakdown. I know, it's been taking me a while, but it's finally here. This is the final heist that you need to get through without dying to complete the Criminal Mastermind Challenge. Remember, you have to 1. Not die, and 2. Have the same other 3 people with you as you did in the previous heists. So you only have to deal with these people for 5 more missions. You can get through this. And just think, after you're done with all this, you never have to look at their ugly faces again, and they never have to look at your ugly face again. Let's begin. First is the setup cost, which is $100,000, but after that, the first setup is for the vans, and this isn't actually really that difficult. 10 minutes tops and you should get right through it. Here's a cutscene, you can skip it if you don't want to watch it.
Well, you all look good, How do I look? Do I look like a model? Like I work at Pecka Woods? Like a regular dreamboat? Well, whatever. We all love banks, Especially the big ones that take big risks, because they just know that if they went under, we'd all be dead. Too big to fail? Great idea. Let's put it to the test. This is a little something I came up with. I like to call it bank robbing with a social agenda, if you will. It's something I tell myself so I can get some sleep at night. Anyway, those overly leveraged turds at Pacific Standard Bank, they are going to be hit at their flagship branch. How are we going to do that? Well, it's a little complicated, but there are some trucks that I need you to photograph. One of those trucks has a built-in transponder, and we need our transponder to blip out a don't explode signal to the die packs when we take them out of range of the Pacific Standard signal. Get it? All right, don't worry about it. Just photograph the trucks, and I'll tell you which one to hit. And once we've done that, we'll need to have the transponder programmed to Pacific Standard's frequency. Now, my signals expert, Avi Schwartzman, he's been on the run for years, avoiding people, holed up somewhere in the middle of nowhere, near North Chumash. You go up there, you make nice, and you bring the device back, and then I will brief you on the rest. What do you say? Oh, not very much, I imagine. Be good.
Alright, so starting out, one team is the drivers and the other team is the negotiators. Truthfully, I don't really know the role of the drivers because all we did was drive around while the negotiator took pictures of the vans. So we're going to shift over to MJW's point of view. As the negotiators, you have to use the Trackify app to actually locate the vans. Once you get to each van, you have to take a picture of each of their license plates. You have to get a good shot. The armored Kuruma might actually get in your way, so you might have to actually hop out of the vehicle, but no worries. Once you photograph each vans, Lester has to figure out which van you have to steal. Again, I don't really see a purpose of having drivers in this one, but you could have just easily done this with 2 people or without drivers. After Lester locates the van and you steal it, you have to lose the cops, but it's only 1 star, so it's nothing really to fret about. But after you lose the cops, all you have to do is drive it to the garment factory, and that's pretty much it. It's really easy to not die in this one, so be prepared, this is the easiest one you will have.
This the one? Transponder should be back here. Yep. That's the model. When you can, take it to Lester's guy.
Next up is the setup for the signal. In this one, we all go together, and MJ played it smart by getting us a chopper. With this method, you can just go all the way to the location and not even worry about the sea shark. So just follow what you see here on the screen if you don't actually know where the chopper is. There is a small chance that this won't spawn, but it's very small. And if you need to, pause the video and take a screenshot just so you know exactly where it's at. Once you have a chopper, make sure you pick up your friends if they didn't come with you, and you can go all the way to the location and don't worry about those sea sharks. And once you get there, this is where a firefight will ensue. Be careful to take as much cover as you can and just don't die. And once you get through everybody and somebody makes it to AV, this cutscene will play.
Never should have stuck my head out. It was cool. Don't answer the phone to Lester Crest. All right, all right. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yes, that is the same AV from the Tuners Update mini heist. I like how they reuse their characters. I mean, I don't even think they changed his outfit, which I think that's kind of funny. Okay, yes, they did change his outfit, but only the color. But anyways, it'll automatically spawn you in this boat, but don't just completely forget about it. One of you, whoever actually spawned next to AV will follow. So get him to follow you back to the chopper. One of you is going to have to stay with the boat, but I do recommend at least 2 people stay with the boat and then one other person go with the chopper, mainly because the chopper is only a 4-seater and each one of you is going to want to have some sort of backup just in case. So bottom line, your team is going to have to split up. And just in case you didn't understand, it's whoever appeared in the cutscene is the person that AV will follow. The reason the chopper is the best to use in this one is because it's timed once you pick up AV. And once everybody loses the cops and the person driving the chopper, which has AV, makes it to the drop-off point, it's an automatic pass.
Oh, are you a cop?
I'm not a cop, I'm helping Lester. Have you done it?
What?
Has he done it?
Oh, I don't have the Pacific Standard frequency here. I don't have my tools.
Ain't that convenient. I've got some tools. Come on. Lester meet you back at your place. And don't worry, the transponder will be ready for the job.
Oh.
And that's it for that one. Next up, we have got the setup for the hack. This one is the 3rd setup, so please enjoy this cutscene, or don't. It's your choice whether or not you want to watch it.
Ah, good. Yes, you're doing good. Just 3 more little tasks to perform, and we should be good to go. Okay, first, we're going to need some hacking equipment, the kind that nobody makes, and the sets that are in existence are all traced. So we'll need to rob it from someone who won't mention that it's gone missing. Bank robbers! These guys. Now they've set up a warehouse behind Vinewood Boulevard, maybe. Maybe they're getting some of the same ideas we are. Now, I recommend that you get the same van they have and switch out the equipment. And that way, when you make the run, they'll go chasing after their own van, and one of you can get away clean with the equipment. And at the same time, we'll need these thermal charges for the first vault door. Now, Merriweather, with whom I understand you are very, very well acquainted, has a regular contract to carry explosives across the city for their mining company. You will attack the convoy on Calafia Bridge, take the charges from that shipment. And lastly, we're going to need some bikes. Fast ones. Really, really fast ones. And I've sourced some very, very, very fast bikes indeed. They're currently being borrowed from the manufacturer by a group of bikers that lives out in Sandy Shores and Alderney and all the corners of the country that are still living in the past. Anyway, get all that done, and we'll be good to go. Okay, bye.
This one's not too bad. Everyone needs to pile in one vehicle, and of course, do not forget that someone needs to have an armored Kuruma. It was mentioned in the comments of my previous video that the Duke of Death is a pretty good bulletproof vehicle as well, and you are totally correct. It is a good vehicle. The only downside is that it is a two-seater, so unless two people have a Duke of Death, it's better that everyone just pile in one vehicle. Thank you, Dr. Casual Gaming, for pointing that out. By the way, if anyone wants to check out his YouTube channel, he's got some pretty cool GTA content over there as well, and he also plays other games, so I would definitely check him out if GTA content gets too boring for you. The link for his channel will be in the description. Moving on, as long as everyone stays inside the Kuruma, you'll be fine. Just shoot everybody. Simple as that. After this cutscene, once everyone is dead, one of you guys has got to get in the van and drive it to Lester's garment factory, while the other players lure the crew away and destroy the other van. And presto, as soon as the van explodes, you passed. This next one can be a little bit tricky, as this one is the convoy. When you start, you can get in one vehicle if you want, but you really don't have to. But I do recommend, as always, use an armored Kuruma or something armored. This one will definitely get you to rage quit if you are not careful. I'm not gonna lie, this one gave me some trouble, but as long as you don't leave your armored vehicle and kill everybody, you'll be fine. And don't use explosives, because you could accidentally destroy the truck that you're supposed to be stealing. Another quick side note, as soon as you see the convoy approaching, it will be accompanied by a chopper. Make sure you take out those choppers as soon as you can. After you kill most of the people, go ahead and hop in the Insurgent, and we just went for it, but I actually recommend killing everyone first, because eventually they're going to stop spawning, or at least a lot of them are going to stop spawning at one time, I guess I should say. You're not really on a time limit, so just take your time and kill the majority of them. Otherwise you will have a tough time like I did. I only know that because I did this setup with some random people that actually knew what to do. Surprisingly. Not saying that MJ didn't know what he was doing, but what I'm saying is that I didn't know what I was doing. Basically, one of you has to drive the truck and the other ones have to protect the truck. It's actually pretty easy, and after you're done, this cutscene will play.
You got him? Looking good. I'll ditch the truck, you hold on to those.
The next and the final setup for the Pacific Standard is the bikes. This one is also self-explanatory. You have to drive to the location all in one vehicle, armored Kuruma preferably, and just kill everybody. Once you steal the bikes, drive as quickly as you can to the destination. The Lost MC will come after you again, so try not to mess this up. No pressure. Once all 4 of the bikes get to the destination, the mission is passed, and that's gonna do it for this video. The next one I will have up will be the Pacific Standard finale. If you found anything in this video useful at all, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And as always, make sure you join my Discord and follow me on TikTok. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.